now, and one of those women done broke my heart, and now I don't know what to do. Daddy, can you tell me what to do? Where were you when I needed some advice? Didn't know what to do with my hurt. A dad, a father, they have to accept Christ. They have to be approachable so that child is able to approach them, and they have to be attentive to what that child has to say. Whether good, bad, or ugly. That's why, if you're going to be a wise father, that's what we're talking about, a wise father. We're not talking about foolishness, but we're talking about a wise father. He has to be able to accept Jesus Christ. And not just accept Jesus Christ, he has to be approachable. Do you know fathers right now, children are afraid to go to them? Went down to Walmart and stole something, but I can't tell my daddy what I did. I'm afraid to approach him because all he's going to do is yell at me and put me down and belittle me and don't understand me because he don't have the wisdom to understand. Children get in trouble because their father is not approachable. I mean, how could you feel growing up with your father and you can't approach them? Because you're a mind reader and you know what they're going to think and say before you approach them. You know it's always going to be some type of pessimism when you approach that father. Because that's the way that father carries himself, because he don't know a better way, because he have not accepted Jesus Christ as his personal Savior. Approachable. You are afraid to go to him. Because of the fact that he really didn't know the Lord and he didn't know how to respond when you approach him. Come on, fathers. This is some good information. Because that's what we need. You need some wisdom. If you get some wisdom, then you will try to have a little understanding. That child come to you, you ain't got nothing good to say to him. You ain't going to listen to what he has to say. And that's all he's crying out for. He wants some attention. He wants you to be attentive and feel like what he has to say is important. Might keep him out of jail. Might keep him from stealing. Might keep him from talking to grown folk the wrong way. If you can just be attentive. Just for a little while. It might change that child's life. But you realize that when we're looking at this text from Luke's gospel, and we see this certain man, and he's definitely a good illustration. Because he had two sons. Two. Didn't talk about it anymore, but he had two. T-W-O. That number that comes after one, that number that comes before three, he had two sons. That's what it says. Yeah. But he was a father that accepted Jesus Christ as his personal Savior. Here he is going to his daddy, even before his daddy is deceived in asking him, give me what? Give me my portion. Look, boy, that father had to be wise. He could say, look, boy, you don't have no portion. Don't come asking me for your portion. I'm not dead yet. But he was a wise. He was a wise father. And he was approachable. And he sat down and listened to this son, didn't he? Amen. When this son come down by, give me, he didn't say, boy, get out of my face with that mess. Well, come on, that's what a lot of foolish fathers tell their children right now. But he didn't say that because he was a wise father. And what made him wise is he had accepted Jesus Christ as his personal Savior. Know for a fact you can't become wise until you accept Jesus Christ as your personal Savior. It says that when that son came to him, we're still in the text. Hope y'all ain't closed your Bibles up because we're still in the text. It says in verse number 12, and the younger of them, he has talked to his father, give me the portion. And it says, and the father, and he divided unto them his living. He gave his son what he asked for it. Because he was approachable. Amen. And since he was approachable, he actually allowed his son to make his decision. Didn't try to make it for him, but he allowed that son to make his decision. Y'all better realize that you need to allow your children to make their own decisions when they become of age. Yeah. Otherwise, they don't come back and say, well, Daddy, I started to do this, but you told me not to. Yeah. You decided for me. And because you decided for me, I failed at what I was doing. Now I'm going to blame you for it. Amen. Come on, somebody. Amen. Y'all know that's real. Yeah. But this father, he didn't do that to this son. Because he was a wise father. And he knew what the results would be. He knew for every cause there would be an effect. Yeah. He's not going to be the cause of this effect. Come on, somebody. I'm going to raise him up right, but I'm not going to be the cause of his bad decision making. Yeah. I'm not going to make a decision for you. Yeah. I don't make decisions for Isaac. He's grown. He can make them for himself. I might give you some options, but I'm not going to make a decision for you. Amen. I'm going to allow, just like this father did, he allowed that son to make his own decision, whether it was right or wrong or indifferent. And when the son made that decision, I guess he was tired of staying at home, probably tired of going by Daddy's old rules, because Daddy's rules was by the Bible. Daddy's rules was based on the Ten Commandments. He was probably tired of listening to Daddy's rules because Daddy drug him to church, drug him to Sunday school. He was a drug baby. He got tired of being a drug baby, so he decided, I'm going to just go and leave home, but let me go with some money. Let me go and talk to my father. I've been talking to him all of my life. I've been able to go to him and approach him, and I'm still able to approach my father, so I'm going to go approach him now and tell him I'm not going to college. I'm ready to go out in the world. Yeah. But I need some help, Dad. Yeah. So whatever you have in store for me, I want it now. Huh? Because I'm going to need it when I get out there. And guess what that father did? He said that father gave it to him. It said that not many days after the younger son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country, and there did what? Wasted his substance with riotous living. His father said, made his own choice. He allowed that boy to make his own choice, even though the father already knew probably what he was up against out there in the world, but that son had to find out for himself. Amen. There's a story of an old man that lived in Africa. He was an African. He lived way in the middle of the jungles. Wasn't nothing around there but trees and tall grass and jungles and stuff, and they lived in the middle. And they had to walk about a half a mile in order to get to that tall grass in the jungle. But every day that father would get his son up, and he would take a walk with him. They was gaining a relationship. Father wanted to make sure that he was approaching. They took a walk into the jungle every day. And whenever they got to the edge and all of the tall grass, they would turn around and go back home. Now this father did this every day just about. A long time. Until that son had finally grown up, Kevin. And every time they walk out and saw the tall bushes, they would turn around and go back. But after that child became of age, that father took him and walked him out in the jungles. And Mother Johnson, they got to the tall grass and the tall bushes. And now that father told that son, it's time for you to go further than right here. You need to go to the bushes. You are prepared now to go out. Amen. He was preparing that son to go into the world. He knew he wasn't ready yet. That's why he just walked to the edge. He was getting him ready. The father knew what was in the world, but the son didn't. The prodigal son didn't know what he was facing when he went out into the world. The father had been walking with him every day, but he didn't know what was out there until he actually went out there, and the father allowed him to go right on out. Yes, that's what he did, ain't it? Amen. I'm still in the text. Amen. Amen. And it says when he went out there, evidently he hadn't been there before. Evidently he hadn't been to the school of wisdom. Only his father had attended the school of wisdom into the far country. That son thought the grass was greener on the other side. But when he got out there, he found out that the grass was not as green on the other side as it was on the side that he left from. Y'all know how it is when you get some money in your pocket. I think that's what he had. He had some money in his pocket because his father actually gave him, and this certain man, his father, probably was fairly wealthy. He had some stuff. And if he gave the son his point, he gave the son quite a bit to get started.
Amen.
And that son went out there, didn't know anything about the world. Like country boy, go to the big city. And when you go to the big city, you don't know the people in the big city. You don't know they'll use you and abuse you, but you think you know. You think you can keep up with them, but you can't keep up with them. You've been in church all your life. You haven't been scheming and plotting and stealing. You haven't been doing that because your father didn't allow it, but he allowed, the other father allowed them to do that, so they have the advantage over you.
Come on now.
So when you got out there, you wanted with some friends in. The best way to get friends is start spending that money. Amen. Let them know you got a little money. That's what he began to do. He spent his money. And when he was spending his money, all his friends was around. He thought he had some friends. Just because he had some money in his pocket, and those friends knew that he could support them and help them get what they wanted to. And a lot of them, it said, he wasted his substance on what? Riotous living. That's what Solomon warned about, riotous living, looking for wealth, looking for material stuff, looking for women, looking for excitement, looking for everything. That's how he wasted his money. I'm sure some things came to his mind that his father had told him. He probably began to reminisce and think back. He had gotten so bad off. You know, sometimes people say you have to be able to go down in order to look up.
Come on now.
That's what happened to his son. He said he wastes his substance on riotous living.
Yes, Lord.
And you know how the Jews hated the swine. Some still don't eat pork today.
Amen.
Some still don't feed them today. Some still don't want to be around them today. And we're looking at that culture that they didn't like swine. It was his grace for a Jew to feed the swine. But he had spent everything that he had no money left. He'd been on the street. Living on the street. No one would help him out. No one come by to give you a bag of sandwich and a jar of water. No one was there to help him out. And he was down to his last. He didn't have nothing left. Probably didn't even have no good clothes on his back, and the rings, whatever his father had gave him, he had hopped them or pawned them or sold all of them. They didn't have nothing left. And when he found out that he had nothing left, train up a child in the way that they should go.